Fairly recently, I was in a bookstore and I came across this book, The Dot. And I was looking at a way I was doing workshops, how we can get people to be creative in designing special events. So I looked at the book, and it was done by a kindergarten young person who was in class and didn't know what to draw. So the teacher came up and said, "Can you take your pen and put something on the paper?" So she put a dot. Well, the next day she came to school, it was in a frame. It had her name on it, and there was the dot. Well, talk about getting motivated. The next time she drew more dots. And as she drew more dots, they were posted up in the classroom. Well, this kept going until one day a little boy looked at her and they were talking. He says, "You know, I can't draw." And she says, "Show me what you can draw." And he did a little squiggly. She said, "Sign it." The next day, his picture was hanging up in the classroom. So what I thought from that was, from creative brainstorming, you will see on the whiteboard here, I have a lot of ideas. Now, where did these ideas come from? Well, where they came from, I'm going to show you here. I put a dot, and it was a black dot. And I asked the students, I said, "What does that mean to you? What do you think of when you see the black dot?" Well, we got everything from a polar bear's nose in a snowstorm. We got a burnt pancake. It could be eclipse of the sun. It could be a pirate's patch, a deep hole. And as you can see, there is also some other thoughts that they had. So once we got the ideas out, we just said, well, how are we going to decide what special event we're going to do? They decided upon, well, let's do something with stones. Okay, so we put stones. Now, what are we going to do with stones for a special event? And some said, well, hey, we can count stones. Okay, great. You're in charge of that. We can do relays with stones. Okay, who's going to take charge of that? We can throw stones. Okay, who can take care of that? As you can see, it was giving them a chance to be involved. We got the idea. Now, how do we design it and put it together as a group? And this came out as a really great special event. Everybody was involved, and they all had a chance to run the different parts of the activities. I have used this quite a few times when I was directing a camp. I started off by putting this on the board. We got 9 weeks of camp. What do you see from this black dot? Some special events that we can run. And it was really interesting. As we went through it, that might sound a bit crazy, but it gave them a chance to be creative. I've had a degree of success with that. I hope you do too. Let's show some appreciation. Take your right arm, bend it, and we'll say, how did it go? We'll say, we were winging it.